Hey YouTube, it's always real me, and I wanted to talk about the different surgery options people have, and choosing the right surgery for you so that you can lose the most weight and be the healthiest you can be. So there are, I believe, 4 different types of surgery. There's the lap band, there's the gastric bypass, the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and the RNY. I believe it's called the RNY, but if I'm wrong, you guys could correct me in the comments. It's totally fine. I didn't really do much research on that one because it's a very small percentage that gets that surgery, and usually you have to be way in a very high, very high BMI in order for the surgeon to do that. Well, my surgeon anyway. I had my surgery on May 7th in New York Presbyterian Hospital in New York City, and I am in week 12, 73 point something pounds down. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Okay, so the first surgery I mentioned was the lap band. The lap band there's no change to your insides at all. The only change is that they add this silicone band around the top portion of your stomach. It's like a belt, so that food gets digested and goes down in through that small hole slower, so that when you eat less because you feel full faster. I think they stitch the lap band onto the stomach so that it doesn't move, but there's always a risk of you coughing too hard, you throwing up, anything that can make the lap band slip, and then they have to go back in and reattach it. That's the least invasive surgery. That is my surgeon's personal worst surgery. Like, she gave me all the options. You should cross that one out because it has the most complications, and you have to get the silicone band just right. And in order to loosen or tighten that band, they have to put a needle that's like this long into your stomach. Like, they have to find the tube and insert it and take the liquid out or put liquid in so that you can eat, so you can eat and feel satisfied. So I guess that one, in my opinion, is for people who want the least invasive surgery and also just need help with controlling the abundance of food that they're eating. And I would think more food like carbs and meats, because if you like to drink your calories, if you like to drink regular soda or regular juice, that's going to go straight through. That lap band is not going to do anything. If you like to eat ice cream or donuts or cookies, all of that mushes in your mouth and it's like a liquid when going down, so it goes straight through, so you still get those calories. So this, in my opinion, is better for people who just need help controlling their amount of food that they intake, but actual food, not junk food. To go right along with the lap band, the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, I believe, is best for people who need controlling the amount of food they eat as well, because I find personally, I cheat. I'll eat ice cream, I'll eat, I'll have a snack here and there of like chocolate, And if you don't portion out the ice cream, if you don't just put like 2 spoonfuls and you just take the container, I was able to almost finish a pint of ice cream, and I'm only 12 weeks out. Like, that scared me. I went into a daze. I was watching a show, I was eating my ice cream, and all of a sudden when I looked down, I'm like, oh my god, I have this surgery, but I'm able to eat almost a pint of ice cream. Like, it's crazy. Oh, that's not me in the place. I have not done that since. It was a one-time deal. That's it. I am not doing that again. But it goes along with my opinion of the lap band. It's more for abundance of food, not for people who like to eat junk, who like to eat ice cream, donuts, cookies, because that liquefies and is able to pass through your system faster. So you still are able to intake more, and that rises up in calories, because a pint of ice cream is like, what, almost 400 calories? Plus whatever else you ate that day. Like, it goes up. I don't count calories, but I know that eating a pint of ice cream a day isn't gonna help me lose weight. So that's just my opinion on those 2 surgeries. Let me explain what the vertical sleeve gastrectomy is. Vertical sleeve gastrectomy does not change your anatomy in any way, meaning nothing gets bypassed, but they do take out, I believe, 75 or 80% of your stomach. So what you're left with is a stomach that looks like a banana. Basically, that's what it is a skinny, long tummy. That's all you have left. So you're only able to eat a cup of food, half a cup to a cup of food. So that's like 5 to 8 ounces of something, depending on what it is. I find that I can eat less if I add any type of starch to my meal or carb to my meal. Even if I eat like red meat, if I eat steak, I could, no, not true, I could eat that fine. But you know, it's more for, I think it's more for people who fill up their plate at breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and they just consume that whole thing. This helps them eat only a certain amount each time you eat. Like, if your weakness is rice and beans and chicken, then you could still have that. It'll just be a much smaller portion. And that's why I got that surgery. I got the vertical sleeve gastrectomy because I love to eat food. I will pick rice and beans over ice cream, cookies, donuts, etc. Like, I love good food. French fries, my favorite. Just, I could only have like 2 or 3 now, when before I could have a whole plate full plus whatever side I wanted. So that's what I mean about like picking the right surgery for you. Now, gastric bypass is when the surgeon attaches your, I believe it's a duodenum, which is the last part. There are 3 parts to your small intestine. The last part, or the duodenum, I'm not sure the name, but the last part of your small intestine, they clip it off and they move it and attach it to your stomach. So basically, this is your stomach. They are sewing, you know, they're stitching your stomach closed, and then attaching that last piece of small intestine to the new pouch they created. So your pouch, you have a small little pouch, and now the small intestine attached to there. And in the small intestine is where all the absorption, most of the absorption is taken in, and that's why vitamins are crucial with gastric bypass patients. It's important in all the surgeries, but especially gastric bypass, because you are bypassing all of that intestine that is supposed to absorb the nutrients. you need to take vitamins. It's a must. So, and then with gastric bypass, you could also get dumping syndrome if you eat sugary things. So if your problem is eating abundant amount of ice cream, cookies, donuts, cinnamon buns, whatever it is, with the gastric bypass, if you eat those things, you'll get a massive amount of pain and diarrhea. So it sort of like tells you, I can't eat those things unless I want to be in extremely uncomfortable and like pain. I've heard horror stories. So when it comes to junk food, I think that the gastric bypass will be the best surgery for that person. And remember, everybody, these are all my opinions, but I see some people that pick the surgeries through the fads or through the people they know who have it, instead of doing their research and seeing which one would be best for them, which one would be best for their situation of the way they eat. So I just wanted to make this video and put it out there. I hope everyone takes it well. Remember, this is just my opinion in what I've seen out there, and is not towards anyone personally. It just popped into my head and I wanted to make a video for you guys. So any questions and comments, always leave them below, and like always, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.